Hi, I'm the PC Expert Amateur, and we are going to take a look at the Evercool aluminum frame case fan AL12025. That's why it starts with AL for aluminum. And this is the first time I've actually come across an aluminum frame fan at a reasonable price. I'm not really sure about the other metal frame fans I have, if they're aluminum, if they're steel, if they're something else, maybe an alloy. But I saw this and I was like, I had a choice of two colors, and I saw the blue, and I was like, I got to get the blue. The other one was just a little bit too plain Jane. This is a single ball bearing fan. So let's take a look at it. All right, so I was kind of excited about this. It's a nice looking fan. It does. There is a marking on the frame that's AOC, and there is a patent number on this frame as well. So it's not like somebody can just copy it. ZL012679007 period 0. So get a closer look. It is a 3-pin connector. Nice shiny blades. And I don't know why they chose white for the hub arms, the hub and arms, but yeah. Fortunately, it is a little bit sharp on these corners here, but I haven't had any problems with getting cut by it. So they did machine it well enough to avoid damage. But I think if you were to do the wrong thing with this, you might possibly get hurt. Now, the way they designed this for the mounting holes, it does give a little bit of play. So these are, the standard 105 millimeter distance holes, but there is this gap from there to there where it goes to the arm of the hub. So you could theoretically possibly connect it to something with slightly smaller holes, which, gives you a little bit of an advantage. Although there is no recessing. If you look in, I don't know if you can see that very well or not, but there's a recessed ledge in there for the actual hole position. For the rest of it, there is no ledge, so you might have to use a much longer screw to be able to mount it. And then, of course, the challenge of finding such a screw, which is, it's quite a bit thicker if you look at it. 25 millimeters to find it for a fan screw is not something that's going to be the easiest to locate. And so let's go ahead and listen to this fan. Hopefully it's nice and quiet. Okay, so I got it at its minimum speed. There is a slight sound, a wispy sound of the bearings, a little bit of like a frictional noise, but it's intermittent. It has stopped, so maybe it just needed to distribute the oil enough. The only thing I can hear is my hair going in there, and it's rubbing against the blades. So let's listen to this. Ooh, that ramped up fast. Wow. That's like around, I'm going to guess that's around 30 decibels. It has an indication on the box that there are 3 speed settings of low, medium, and high. 1800, 2000, and 2200 RPMs. I see no way to modify the speed of this device. So I guess they were just kind of saying, well, let's see if we put it on 10% and 50% and 100% or something like that. I don't know. We'll just put those specs down for that. So, but this is a humdinger of a fan. And, you know, it's definitely producing a cone of air. It's going down like this instead of straight out. So that's not so great. But I would say that we're looking at about 1.5 millimeters of water of static pressure, perhaps. Let's see. According to this, it goes from 2.2 to 3.1. I don't think so. I really don't feel that this is a 3.1. The 3.1 would be rather farther away than this, but it's definitely decent. So yeah, so this is a fan that you could use on your case. You could use it on an air cooler, certainly, and you might even be able to use it on some water coolers as long as their radiator is thinner or it's not as dense. But I would not use it on the thick ones and the really dense ones. Let's go ahead and look at the specs for this. All right, Evercool Thermal Corporation Limited, AL12025, and on the hub it says EC12025 SM12CA, and I paid, I'm not sure how I got to $24 here, but let me fix these things. It's a little bit odd. Okay, so I paid $10.50 for it, which I think, given what it's producing, is a really good option. You know, so if you can find this fan, I mean, obviously, you know, it's a single ball bearing, so it's not perfect, but it is definitely a good option. All right. So it's certified CE, UK, CA, ISO 9001, and 2 Chinese certifications as well. I assume it's made in China, but there is no indication on here that it is. So your guess is as good as mine. I kind of wish that I had been able to get the 2 ball bearing one, but you know, if you can afford it, go ahead and get it. If you can't, the other alternative, you know, aside from the single ball bearing, is sleeve bearing, which I don't really recommend. Let's see here, 120 by 25. No indicators for the, or no information for lifespan or warranty. 200 grams. So this is one of the heaviest, but not the heaviest. 7 blades, 105 millimeters between the mounting holes, 1800 to 2200. Oh, I hate that frickin' thing. 71.09 to 84.76 CFMs of airflow, 2.22 to 3.1 millimeters of water of static pressure, 29 to 32 decibels, 40 centimeter long cable, no daisy chaining or sleeving, 3-pin DC connector, single ball bearing, 12 volts, 4.32 watts to 4.56 watts for the very maximum, and 0.36 with a maximum of 0.38 amps. No indicators of direction of rotation and flow. Turns in a clockwise direction, comes with 4 screws, and it also comes with a 3-pin to MolXD connector, so you can connect it to your power supply. Thank you to Grindler, aka Lawrence Abrams, who is the owner of Bleeping Computer, for consenting to allow me to put my results in text form on Bleeping Computer's forums, as well as linking to my videos. Please visit Bleeping Computer, support them, make use of them. They're a valuable resource that's been around for 20 years, and they deserve support. They have lots of resources. You can learn about cybersecurity from them. You can get help with malware on your computer. You can get help with all kinds of stuff. They have a range of volunteers who help people who come there for advice, and they're very knowledgeable people for the most part, and some of them are very, very, very helpful. Old Sod has been very helpful to me over the years that I have asked for input on things, and So thank you to Bleeping Computer. Thank you to the volunteers on Bleeping Computer. Also, thank you to my peers on other tech forums who are so kind as to provide me with input, suggestions, feedback, and so on. I really appreciate it, but my greatest thanks goes out to Bleeping Computer because you are my text home, I guess you could say. All right. Thanks also to all my viewers and subscribers. Appreciate you guys. Please like, subscribe, and share. Have a great day.